Hello, everyone. This is Scratch and Jack, your host for the amazing Plastic Across the Pond Hangout, where we talk to people from all parts of the world. Today, we have joining us members and fans of Amazing Plastic to talk scale modeling, who like to share their tips and tricks with one another and revel in one another's scale modeling achievements. And starting from my Google left, I have to start with Heath. How you doing, Heath?
Good evening, or good morning in your language.
The same language.
Well, I was meant to say in your neck of the woods.
There you go.
And on the other side of the pond, yes.
Hey, I'm gonna go fishing. Wait.
So what you building today? What you doing?
Well, I have been working on my. Hang on a minute, let me just get it. Or I've decided to go back to cars, so I'm finishing off my Lowrider Riviera 66.
Nice.
And I've been working on my little engine.
Nice. That's a 25 scale, isn't it?
Yes, 1/25th scale. Yes, that's right. You got it in one. You win a prize.
And you hail from Adelaide, Adelaide, or Adelaide?
Adelaide.
Australia. That would be the Great Australian Bight. That would be on the southern part of the continent.
Wrong. Adelaide is in dead smack bang in the middle of the Great Australian Bight. Not like this side. Not like Western Australian side. No, that's over this side.
Okay.
And well, let me put it this way. Where I am, I'm right across the road from the Adelaide Airport.
Okay.
Oh,
I know.
I can hear all the.
I know.
So I can hear all the lovely planes that come in.
And next up we have James. How you doing, James?
I'm doing fine there, Jack. And as far as on the modeling front, I started the figurine. I've got the scene done, but I haven't got any paint on it yet. But I started working yesterday on the base. Trying to get the base started anyway. So.
Awesome.
Very nice, James.
Awesome. I love the pictures that you posted about that as you were just about to finish.
Yeah.
That's a tidy little kit. Tidy meaning that all the parts look like they fit. It's relatively easy to assemble because of that. And did you do any painting on that, or is that all the way the plastic comes?
No, I've done a lot of detail painting in that on it, because you do get the base body color paint, and you got a rubberized plastic for the seat and the tires, but and the black inner frame. But the rest of it, if you want the detail stuff, you're gonna have to paint that yourself.
Right.
So, but there's lots of room for lots of detail. I mean, you could add even more. I mean, I could go ahead and put the brake lines in and stuff like that if I wanted to, but.
All right, and next up we have Liam. How you doing, Liam?
Oh, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Aloha.
In your language, maybe.
Everyone. Hi, Jack. I'm fine. How's everyone else?
Very good.
Very good.
I'm sorry. Just before we get into it with you, Liam, James is from near Toronto. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm about 30 miles east of Toronto. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure I got that point of the world marked off. Okay. Yeah. And Liam, you're from Londonderry, or better than Derry, in Northern Ireland.
Maiden City, Stroke City, lots of names.
Just don't call it late for dinner, huh?
Derry, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
So what do you have going on?
I'm busily drilling lots and lots and lots and lots.
Wow. That's a nice size too.
It's workable and it's not too small, and it's you got it.
Okay. Anyone got a bucket?
I need to add a hell of a lot of.
Fiber optic.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that plastic or is that glass fiber optic?
It's the plastic.
Oh, is it plastic?
It's the cheap route. It's the old torch with a pile of fibers on the end type thing.
Oh, okay.
I've used it before. I've used it on the X-Wing previously, and it works. I'll show you. That is what it comes as. It's a little fiber optic lamp.
Oh, okay, okay. That makes it cheaper then, huh?
£2.
Wow.
$4 or $5, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and you get, there's about 500 fibers.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Compared with buying, if we buy fiber optic here in the UK, it's you pay by the yard,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy. So, but it works. I'll always try and go the cheaper route if I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I
And how do you attach the fiber optic to the LED?
I use I don't have it to hand. I have a 10mm aluminium tube that I cut into sections. I the LED in one end and basically then bind the fibers into sort of bunches of 50 or 100 depending on what I'm doing, and then they'll be distributed down the length of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever tried to just poke them into the model and have ambient light just scattered throughout the inside of the model? Of course, you got to be careful with light leaks.
I will. I have to put this section here. I'll turn on this light 1 second. The docking bay, which is in the bottom of the ship.
Right.
Plastic thing with the. So what I'm having to do with that is it will be LED strip light behind that to give the effect of the
ambient light.
Yeah.
They're using ambient light to do that. Yes.
Standard strip light LED. But I don't think they would work for the optical fiber. I'd rather have an intense light if I can. And then I'll try and colorize the end of some of the optical fibers just to give a variation on, rather than pure white.
Right.
I watched The Empire Strikes Back the other night just and kept pausing the Blu-ray, trying to get some idea. But it's hundreds and hundreds of lights. But usual thing, I'm not a rivet counter, so we'll do my best and see what happens.
Well, the fiber optics from the fiber optics store that I have bought, it picks up ambient light just fine. Most of my models have ambient light fiber optics in it. You get the LEDs close enough to the fiber optics, it lights up just fine.
Yeah.
I found that to be a very lazy sort of way to do it. You're attaching a lot of fiber. You're attaching a lot of fiber to a lot of LEDs too. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes. Right. And it's just the idea being if I put them in groups of 50 or 100, it's manageable, and then I can just work my way along the hull.
Right.
But to try and feed everything in the one session, no.
Right.
It'll take away.
Right. And next up, we have a gentleman from, believe it or not, North Carolina. He doesn't look like a North Carolinian. He has all his teeth, in other words.
Well, okay.
Sorry, everybody in North Carolina. I didn't mean that. I meant West Virginia, but again, that's me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Me? Am I up?
That's the first time I've ever seen Lou lost for words.
You know why they call West Virginia the Heartland, don't you?
Oh, well, why?
Because the brain thing's there. Good morning, gentlemen. It's happy to be back.
Before we go on, I have to say this.
I've been away for a couple of weeks. I've been at my busiest time of year, my day job, so...
Go in.
Where I left everything. Here's a picture of the last thing that I finished here. Let me see. Screen share, and screen share. Is it coming through? Yeah.
Okay.
That was the latest thing I finished, and today I'm pulling out that pile of Galactica parts and putting together a Galactica. Although I am not going to run fiber optics through it. I just want to bang one together and get something done.
Right. Well, the Mobius isn't that big.
No, it's let me see if I can get back to me. Back to me, of course. Where's my camera? Is that me? No, yeah, that's it. That's a interesting looking box.
Yes, that's a Rebel.
That's how they package it in the UK.
Yeah.
Amazon UK, £9.
Revel of Germany does what? Mobius AM.
Yeah, it's
Mobius?
It's the Mobius kit produced by Revell in Germany.
Right.
Well, it's only £9.
I have to say, I like their box.
£79.
Yeah.
Did you say £79?
£9.
Oh, 9.
So $16, $17.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a whole lot cheaper than a Mobius kit.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Your robot looks pretty cool.
Thank you. I spent some time on it. It was the first in a series. I've got a few of them. I was trying different techniques on different builds just to see which ones I liked, and so the next one I'm going to try, painting them a little bit different, use a different light kit and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Maybe put some more detail in the brain. This one I kind of went with just what was in the kit.
Now, the stand that the robot's on, is that part of the kit?
Sorry, Jack, you froze up.
Really? Did I freeze up?
No, you're good. You're
Am I
back.
good? Okay. I think my bars are going up and down while I talk. That stand that you have the robot on, is that part of the kit?
No, that was scratch built. That was a wooden base from Walmart with some railroad landscaping stuff on it.
Nice.
Yeah, I built that little podium that went next to it to house the circuit board for the sound effects.
Oh, okay.
And the batteries all in that, and then I ran a wire down through the wood and back up into the kit.
At some point we should work for Hollywood. We know how to do this stuff.
Yeah, but the people who are working in Hollywood can't find enough work.
That's true. And how you doing now, Phil?
Oh, good, thanks. Good.
Still working on the
Yeah,
misery?
it's becoming the misery. Well, the problem with the superstructure is I can't just. It's not just one color because I'm doing the dazzle camouflage, so I've got to and spray painting it is even harder because of the myriad of masking I had to do. So I'm basically hand painting the pattern on. But it means putting this on the ship, comparing it to the original drawings of the pattern, making little marks on it, bringing it away, painting it, a couple of coats because I'm hand brushing it, so it requires just a couple of careful coats hand brushing to give it good coverage and make it look good. Let it dry, go back and do the next step. So, and I mean, this is only like this is like an eighth of the superstructure I have to do. So that's a little bit slow. So that's why I have little projects in between. Now, Vija is done. Whoops.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Yep.
Higher up.
Yep. How's that?
There, that's better. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I priced those kits, and those kits are going about $30.
That's right. Yeah, about 30. It's actually quite a challenging little build. It's the Hasegawa kit is top quality. There's a lot of painting to do as you go, and a lot of but the way they put it together is quite modularized. So once you finally get to start gluing it together, it goes together pretty quickly.
We were talking about the diorama you want to make of it and how big the diorama itself would be. What do you think now?
Okay, well, looking at this now, I've got to go back and look at the movie because there's a couple of things, and let me take it off the stand. There's a couple of things in the movie. It's going to sit like that because it was sitting with its dish up.
Right.
So I don't want it to sit too high, so I'll probably make a base that it will just sit, because you remember when Kirk walks up to it, he rubs the dust off the side of it to read the
some sort of pedestal.
Yeah, so the little pedestal, it'll probably cover these stand sections at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to have to remove that big mast?
Well, that's why I have to go and look at it again. I do seem to recall the boom was there, but it probably wasn't as long.
Right, right.
I think it's because of the studio that it was in. I'd say leave it in.
Yeah, well, I will if I can, but the size of the diorama, the boom will probably be okay. So if you look at the boom there, and it goes out to here,
Mm-hmm.
I would say my diorama would be that in diameter. This boom is perhaps, let's say it's 12 inches long, so the diorama will be 24 inches across, or a little bit more, allowing for the center section. It's going to go close to 30 inches.
Yeah.
The diorama for it. So the other thing I've been thinking about is when Vija starts to download the data, we have that incredibly bright light,
Right.
as the two stand in it. Well, and also the dish is well lit up. So I'm not going to do the bright light to the side. I'm going to do a bright light coming down onto the dish. And what I'm thinking of doing, if I can pull it off, is using clear acrylic tube, and filling that with light, so that because the light looks like it's coming from the dish. Well, I just decided I wasn't going to try and put LEDs and light this dish because too obvious. So I'm thinking about having the bright light from the LEDs coming down onto the dish, and then of course in the structure it's in, that rolling lighting effect.
Sure.
Now, the only way to achieve that, because it was all the different colours, would be with some sort of motorised card running across different lights. So I'll simulate that with rolling LED effect. Actually,
you can probably do that with LEDs and not even a rolling card. You can get RGB LEDs or any other bicolor, tricolored LEDs to do that. I mean, you would have a pretty sophisticated circuit board, so you can change the speed of it, because it did change speed and it changed the directions as well.
Yeah, blue coming in and red going out.
Yeah, it got faster as I say, got more excited.
Now, may I say that I have, having had worked in retail and hardware stores, I have some idea about household lighting and what would be best. The cleanest light you can get is probably halogen light, not even far above the LED light.
Yeah,
halogen light
heat it up.
You're thinking use a halogen?
You look from a distance, and if you're at least 2 feet away from the source, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I put in halogens in my dining room for my displays, and I was worried that they were even 3 or 4 feet away from it. They were going to heat up the models too much.
Oh, well, you put it, you just have it, what do you call it, rheostated, so it's not as, but I'm just saying that the light from a halogen is probably...
I've seen some awfully intense LED flashlights that are...
that too, but my thinking is, though, the light would have to be focused onto the dish alone and not around it.
Right. I've seen some pretty narrow beam, bright flashlights.
No, I actually have what I need. It is an LED flashlight. And it's
is it focused, like a fuller light that's focused?
Yeah, I mean, like a lightsaber. It's pretty confined.
It's got a reflector in the back. This thing is super bright. It's got 9 LEDs, 9 super bright LEDs, and that's the
kind of thing I'm thinking of.
But I wanted to really focus it and to make it appear that the light is coming down in a shaft. That's why I was going to fire it through a piece of acrylic rod.
Phil, here I've got the first actual shot of V'ger.
There we go.
In the diorama, and it is.
Oh, you can see those pieces. Good. I don't have to hide those.
You don't have to hide them, and.
Is the boom there, Jay?
I'm looking. Let's see. Just I don't want to.
I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, I can keep the boom on.
Looks like there's some. Yeah, it's got one of the smaller.
One boom right here.
Yeah, that'll be the. That's this one. Oh, yeah, we're looking at Jay. Yep.
Okay, no, I'm focusing on you two.
Yeah, the one that Jay was pointing out is this
Oh,
Right.
so then it's off
section
of
here.
that then.
Yeah,
It looks like the water boom is not there.
It looks like it's not there, but I don't see any reason why he couldn't.
no,
You know,
Like the holes for it. The hole there is for it there.
yeah.
yeah. They probably took it off because of the just the
Especially
practicality.
the
of
actors
it.
have to walk around it.
Yeah,
And take into account that Voyager was damaged
Yeah.
mhm.
as well, so it was damaged as well. So I can pull some real high quality clips off of that for you if you want.
Sure.
No, because I've got a nice HD copy of it, and it is sitting right on those little those parts, so you don't have to hide it.
Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, so that's kind of the plan.
Nice. That would be I think in some ways that'd be very interesting in comparison to the Missouri. Although the Missouri would have an awful lot of detail.
Well, I'd need to take breaks from the Missouri, so
Oh,
so that it doesn't get to the point of being so tedious, I become careless with it. So there's no
Sure.
hurry for the build. So I do a bit, and I'll start gathering the pieces for this diorama.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, that just brings us to Jay. He just kind of popped in. How you doing, Jay? The Mad Genius?
I'm doing good. I would have been here sooner, but I wasn't awake.
Any excuse.
So,
Are you ever awake, Jay, though?
well, yeah, that's a good argument. I got to give that to you, but no, I woke up at about like 6:30 and turned the TV on and noticed for some reason we were getting TV Japan on cable. We never got it before, but now all of a sudden we got it, and they were doing an interview with the composer of music for a lot of the old Godzilla films. And I understand enough Japanese because it was not subtitled, but I understand enough Japanese to, get into it. And I was watching it, and then I looked at the clock and went, "Oh crap! I promised Jack I would be there," and so I decided to get dressed and comb my hair and come down here.
Well, I ask everybody else what they're working on. I'm going to ask you what you're not working on.
One project I did just start. I'll grab it. I mean, and this is just started. All I've done is glue the foam together and cut the basic outline out.
Well, when you grab it very nicely.
I
Oh, that
am.
went over everybody's head, too.
I'm finally working on a studio scale model of the Dark Star,
Yay!
and this is how big it is. It's 2 feet long, and that's just a blueprint I had blown up at Staples to use as a guideline, and then now I get to start carving and shaping and then fiberglassing it.
Yeah, I remember a little bit slimmer than that.
Yeah, it is slimmer than this, but it's got to be this thick in order to get everything in it. So, let's see. And the main thing I've been doing this week is I've been shooting a lot of video for the first episode of Evil Duck Workshop, because I'm going to start doing I'm going to try to do it weekly or at least bi-weekly show.
Not biannually.
Not biannually. Because, every episode will have stuff on what I'm working on at the moment. It will have techniques for detailing, super detailing, things like that. It'll have modeling basics. The first episode is basics on glue, because there's so many different kinds of glue out there, and new modelers especially can get very confused. And even seasoned modelers are often using glue wrong. And so I'm going to be doing some stuff on that, and I'm doing a tour for the first episode. I'm doing a tour of the Dr. Von Crypt mad scientist laboratory I have built, so in the other room. So it's something I've wanted to do for a while, and I have the camera equipment and everything to be able to make a good-looking show. So it's what I'm going to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Very good, very good. And I've been pretty busy. I've been very, how should I say, paranoid about doing a starship, because we all know what happens in my hands when a starship is being built.
It's more likely what happens under your foot.
I seem to be having a lot of luck with cars. I do like cars very much, and I've built a few of the jets as well. I like things that fly, and of course cars are just fun. And after the Halloween build, which I would just say, everybody, the Halloween build is going to be up next Friday. And I'd like to be, I think on Friday, Heath is going to have a show for the Isle of Misfit Model Builders. And I think perhaps we should sort of like jump in and say, hey, here's our models and for Halloween. How's that sound, Heath?
Well, it's actually, if I could just do a bit of a plug here, it's actually going to be me made up as a famous character, and Jay's going to be coming as Dr. Von Crypt.
Uh-huh.
So if
I'll just come as myself, I guess.
Basically, if you want to dress up, do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a Halloween show there. Very good. Because we're not going to have a broadcast.
I will give you a hint of who I'm going to be. Here's my card.
Why so serious?
Well, that will be the Google Plus community, the Isle of Misfit Model Builders. We do have a blast of fun there.
We're up to 114. We're up to 114.
We're up to 114 members. That.
Well, anyhow, I'm working on the Shelby Cobra 427, and this is a 16 scale kit. Here's the body. It's going to get another coat of primer, which it has plenty of right now, but I just want to freshen up after having put the doors and the trunk on. They do open and close, both door, trunk, and hood. So this has been a fun build. I'm going to get this painted and post some pictures of the three major parts, the chassis, the engine, and the body separately, and of course do the final assembly on it. And I think next up I'm going to try redoing my destroyer from Star Trek, but this time I'm going to do something very different with it, and that's, I'm going to wait, not mention what I'm going to do with it, and hopefully it'll be a surprise.
Okay.
So I want to redo the destroyer for sure, because I really had fun doing it, and I found ways as I was building it to have it build easier from the 18-inch Enterprise kit. And of course, I hope I have enough money to get some photo edge from Paragraphics and do the windows correctly on not just an Enterprise build, but also a destroyer build. So that's where I'm heading in my builds. And maybe I'll get to the Millennium Falcon soon.
What about this one, Jack?
Oh, you dirty.
You bastard.
What is that? That's very large. Oh my God, that is very large. Whose make is that?
Hasbro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Hasbro one. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's nice. That's big.
Wow.
At the minute, 30 quid.
What?
30 pounds.
30 pounds. About $55, $60.
Curse you, Liam!
I know. I haven't even opened it yet. I'll open it and show you. Well, that's the dish by itself.
Oh man.
That's bigger than the fine molds.
The issue with the kit is it is meant to be a toy. However, it's so detailed that if you're prepared to put the work in, you can make an almost studio scale version of it. Spencer West, I don't know if you know Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Spencer works for a company that produces part weekly kits. You know, there'll be an airplane or a ship or something. You buy all the magazines in, and each week a piece comes with the magazine. He's halfway through. He found this first of all, and actually it was twice the price. It was £60. Just on special offer at the minute for £30. So he found this and he started detailing it, and what he's done with it is amazing. I wonder if I can screen share very quickly.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys want to screen share, go right ahead.
Try and find it. Just bear with me a second.
I know if I screen share, I disappear, which is probably a good thing.
Well, I'm not saying anything to that.
Should I show you this to show you what he's done?
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot large pot.
So that's
They should have gone ahead and included it in episode 7 dish.
So, are you seeing this?
Not yet.
No.
We're
Nope.
seeing you.
He's concentrating. He's
Wow.
done.
We'll do this again. Right, share. Click on the share button, it would help. Yep.
Yeah. What's the sunny button?
How's that now? Nope.
Nope.
Right, one more time.
It's the green one. There you go.
There we
It's the green one.
Do it.
So that's what he's doing with the
There we
internal. Now,
Wow.
Wow.
doing the lighting.
Wow.
Wow.
But you can see how he's added on all of the weathering. I'll show you another shot. 1 second.
So this is the Hasbro build.
Yeah, it's a Hasbro toy.
Pictures.
So
Oh
you can see
my.
basically he's completely repainted it. And you know, to me it's amazing for the detail that's on it.
That-
It will require a hell of a lot of scratch building because there's no cockpit. Things like the gun that goes here is very poor, so he's redoing that out of aluminium and brass. But it gives you an idea of what's possible with what is effectively a toy kit.
Yeah, because you're starting with probably about 50% of the work done already.
Yep.
So that I think I see a project I'm going to be doing in the near future. That's really
It becomes available in the States, I think, in November. I'll lift this out to give you an idea how big it is.
What's he whipping out? Ah,
oh,
Oh,
my.
wow. Oh,
Oh my
Wow.
bloody God.
Enormous.
And Liam himself is 6'10".
That's the top view.
Wow. That's not bad detail, actually. It looks like it's pretty fun to work with because most of it's there already.
It's a 2-part model kit.
Well, effectively, you can see the problem with the gun on the bottom, for example.
Yeah.
It's molded in.
Molded in. But there's nothing there that can't be achieved, and same with the cockpit. It's just a solid lump that you put stickers on.
Yeah.
A Dremel.
Wide
As a basis for an adventurous model, it's pretty good for the price. It's a
that's
sort of,
studio scale.
it's a vinyl material. Sorry, Carolyn.
That is studio scale.
It's near enough, yeah. Rush down to your local Argus, Carolyn. They're £30.
Yeah. Oh, I will be getting one.
It is vinyl.
Yeah, but look at that landing gear. Woo!
It's not plastic. It's a sort of a vinyl material. So it will require different.
Yeah, but that landing gear doesn't look good.
No, the landing gear is awful, so that has to come off as well. But it's a basis for what could be.
Oh yeah, that's better. That's better than a lot of garage kits that you'd get.
Oh yeah, that is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
put
would-
a lot of silicone, but you can mold up clean it up and mold a blank better.
Mm.
Hmm.
I've said it before, Liam, and I'll say it again. Curse you. It's bad enough he's doing the Star Destroyer. Now he's doing the Falcon. Come on.
Well, I can really rub it in if you want me to.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, please, no, don't.
It's got a 1-to-1 scale Death Star.
I got that.
Oh yeah, that would be the post-original pop of the Defiant. It's the same thing as the repop. It's the same thing as the original. The only difference with that kit is that you have paint with it, and you have that. Yes, very nice. Well, you're holding up models that are very rare in the UK for sure. Yes.
Well, I can't talk. I can't. I can't talk, Liam.
That's the solid one. Well, not finished yet.
Oh, he's not finished yet. He's still going. Bloody hell!
Get a life, Liam.
Well, oh my God. Oh yeah,
come on.
the clear kit.
Which was the last one in the UK. Well, actually, it was in Ireland. And
if I can help it, it won't be the last one.
the only reason it was in stock was they had spelt Star Trek wrong.
Yeah.
So
I've gotten a few deals on eBay that way by someone misspelling.
well,
some,
it was Star Trek TRECK. So when anyone searched for it, it wasn't coming up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't stock.
Sometimes illiteracy pays off.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just go compare our models, shall we?
Hi, Carwin. Very nice. You got that too. I got 4 of those kits. So I'm going to build a whole fleet at one point with interiors. Hi, Carwin. How are you doing?
Oh, well, you know, coping. Yeah, I'm just starting work on the runabout. I'm building all the interior for it. I've got the deck plans and everything.
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Mold the parts that you're making. And send them to me. No, I mean this, and perhaps between all of us we can come up with an interior that's actually pretty screen accurate.
Yeah. Well, I looked at the Federation models interior for it.
Oh, heck with that. Make your own.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I looked at it and it was inaccurate, and I figured I could make one that was just as inaccurate. So.
I could do one as bad as that.
Yeah.
One worse if I wanted to.
I could do it really bad.
Oh God.
But I got there's the rear deck.
Okay. Yeah, you got the floor plan. Okay, those are floor plans. Okay, good.
And I'm building the console section now at the moment for the front end. I'm going to build it so that build it so that it's styled to fit the floor, but it's all going to be stuck into the upper half because if you put it into the floor, you can't close it up properly. It's one of those models.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. It's all gone quiet.
I was gonna tell Liam when you decide to start your Defiant kit, Jack and I are doing a set of accurizing parts.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've been building that and making studio accurate parts for it, and molding everything so that we can release an accurizing kit for the Defiant.
I would be very interested, yes.
So,
because I was thinking about ordering the Dawn's Light and Magic lighting,
yeah, that's.
but I read bad reviews of them, so.
Well, yeah. Let me show you real quick.
Well, he just took the parts that were in a kit, remolded them, and there are not many parts. The thing that he added were clear blue and clear red parts, and quite honestly, anybody could have made those.
Yeah.
And what I did was I actually made the see if I can get some light on
Proper grill.
The grill and the depth of the light source.
There's parts inside.
You give the depth.
Yeah, you get the depth. There's parts inside, and it's set up so that you can light it because it's actually lighted from the sides. It doesn't have lights coming at it like this. It has lights inside bouncing out, and so it's got the accurate.
Yeah, it's more of an ambient light as opposed to a direct light source.
Yeah, and redoing like parts up here and all this. There's going to be quite a few little parts that are significantly more accurate than what the kit has, and I am not bragging when I say it'll be the most accurate accurizing kit for the Defiant out there. So
I would be interested, Jay. Yes. So keep me informed or updated. I'll keep asking.
Well, you know, I can get that illustrated on a screen share if I can get the computer to work fast for me. This is the screen model that I'm sharing.
Yeah, that's the actual studio model.
That's the studio model, and you see the two sides, and the back side of that cavity is where the light source is coming from.
Yeah, if you in the open grill, the light is actually coming from the panel on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm talking about this. This part right here.
Yeah, the light doesn't come from there. The light comes from the panel on the right side of that.
You're talking about right here?
No.
No. There's a see the middle piece, the divide between the two.
There is a divide between the two. Yes.
That's where the light comes from.
Okay.
The light comes from. Okay, you see that piece between the two engines there? The light would be behind that, and it comes out of a frosted panel on each side of that. So the light is actually coming from the sides into the box.
Right. And the way that Dawn's Light Magic piece is just this frame here, and inside are just clear pieces that inset into these openings, and doesn't give you any depth. In fact, he does, however, have the grill already on the clear blue part, but it would be a challenge to paint them just so that you could see that there's a grill there, actually.
Yeah.
There's no depth, no dimension to it. The way I built it is I built it up like this and then put his part all the way in the back. And that seemed to work just fine. But your part is going to be very different, you're saying. You're saying that the light will be coming from behind this to either side.
Yeah, that's how it because that's how it works on the actual model.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also made, as you can see next to it, the impulse engine.
This is the impulse, yeah.
I've got those parts made. A lot of little detail parts that are going on. Those on the top there, the things with ladders.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all redone.
How about these ports?
Those ports are actually pretty good, but all you've got to do is sand away the back of from the inside of the piece, sand it away until those parts pop out, and then replace it with some clear or frosted plastic. I'll show you. Yeah, just sanded those away, and then replaced them with some frosted plastic, and then I'll put those pieces back on.
Mm-hmm.
And up
so
in the
you
front.
didn't make any parts for that, though.
What?
You didn't make any parts for that.
I didn't make any parts because you can use the parts that exist, but the Bassard collectors up in the front there and such, those are all of the parts around that are redone. You basically sand off all the detail on that part because there's all more accurate parts.
I don't know if you saw. I posted this week. It's a component that's available in the UK now, but it's also available in the States.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I think Heath's asleep.
I think Heath is asleep, yes.
You've got to focus on that.
I did.
Very quiet.
I have him in all
Oh
the
dear, bad stuff.
Be very, very quiet. Heath is sleeping. Bye and good night.
Oh no, start singing, you wake him up.
And now all of a sudden we get he's got headphones on. Anyone got?
I'm clapping all the way from the other side of the world, and he can't hear me.
He's so lifelike when he sleeps.
I hope it's got sleep.
Okay, enough of that. Enough of making fun of him. He's gonna be PO'd when he sees a video of this.
He's got to wake up and turn his computer off and say, oh, damn.
Full screen for a minute. Jack.
I think I found my new screensaver.
Well,
We should Jack, do a screen cap of that, and then next time we do a chat, everybody just put it up as their face.
All right, here's the camera, and come on. There we go. Here, let's screen share.
Where's my camera?
Where'd the pictures go?
There
we go. Ah, there he is. Oh, poor Heath. He had a long day.
He's probably there by 2 in the morning.
We are all going to feel horrible if he's not sleeping. If there's seriously wrong with it here.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, at least we have a time of death.
Okay, moving on. In fact, I hope he doesn't slither from onto the underside of his desk there.
Yeah.
It looks like he's about to slither down to underneath his desk. So, all right, and I have here. Come on, screen share.
Okay, how do I get back now? I'm lost.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, that thing is so perfect.
Do we all feel like this when we're building models? This is probably a good Halloween model.
I think
Pinhead, yeah.
he's just so cute.
I love that. That is just great.
John Castle, I'm glad you shared. This is just too funny. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, that's what I feel like when I model, not even when I do a Rubik's Cube, with nails coming out of my head.
Well, that's the Pinhead character from the Hellraiser movies, and I just love the idea that because the Hellraiser, there's a box that you turn and it does different things and opens up a portal to hell, and the idea that Pinhead would be being frustrated by a Rubik's Cube, to me, is the kind of humor I really like. I'm sorry. I'm weird that way.
Well, no, I mean, Halloween's supposed to be fun, and it's not supposed to be really scary all the time.
Yeah.
Mike Morgan is watching. He says, oh my God, he's sleeping like a log.
Well, him too?
Yes, Mike, he certainly is. And Joe McCaslin, and I just love his work. I mean, I'm a big fan of his. And he just did one of my favorite cards.
Hi, Lo.
Here we go.
Oh, I went down the rabbit hole and knocked myself out.
Here's one of my favorite cars of all time, a 65 hardtop Mustang. And I know the kit very well, and he just did so good on this.
That is nice.
You got a picture here that tells you what kind of shine he put onto this model. Look at that shine.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the color too, and the interior being beige. It's just like huge fan of his.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And so he is now working on this. Oh no, that's Wayne. Sorry, Wayne. That's your stuff. Wayne's he's pretty. When it comes to his tanks and his armor, he does a pretty awesome paint job. And from my understanding, he does it by hand. He doesn't mask. He doesn't mask, and he doesn't look like he airbrushes very much.
That's
Well,
beautiful.
I mean, when you're doing a tank, most tanks are painted by brush anyway, so
Yeah.
you know they just slap the paint on. They do what they can in the field, so it's not like you know They don't take it to a car painting firm to have it baked on. They just pick up whatever damage has been done or any dings or scratches, and you just roll it.
Okay, this is he's also scratch building a airplane. I think you guys know more about what he's doing than I do. I know Jay does. I wish I could have him on. He can explain this stuff. This is the scratch build of a wing for, I don't even know what airplane he's doing.
It's a BF-109, and what he wants to do is a cross-section model of it. So he's got a 24th scale BF-109, and he's scratching the interior skeleton structure of the wing so he can have that open and visible.
I see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Yeah, no, it's certainly a labour of love for him, but he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he is. Lots of good skill and talent here at Amazing Plastic, and check it out. Even Jay had posted reference for the TIE Fighter and some Star Wars things.
I found a bunch of pictures of from the first three original Star Wars movies of the models and such, and I figured they would make good reference, so I put them up.
Yeah. The detail on the Super Star Destroyer is insane.
Oh my God, yeah, it's crazy.
There's no way anybody will ever make an accurate model of that. It's not possible.
Hey, you guys want those of you who use All-Clad, I was reading an article recently, and it gave a suggestion on a different way to use All-Clad that I tried, and it really works well. They tell you with All-Clads, spray your model with gloss black.
Yeah.
Well, don't. Spray it with flat black.
You're kidding.
Because flat black is easier to clean up. It's easier to patch if you make a mistake. It dries faster, and then before you put the All-Clad on, spray it with the clear future floor polish, the clear acrylic.
Really?
Stuff, and when that's dry, put the All-Clad on that. It actually looks better.
Wow.
I did some tests on it, and one was the problem with gloss black is it's so thick.
Yep. Well, sometimes I find it can be blotchy too.
Very definitely it gets blotchy, and if you make a mistake and you have to sand it down, you might as well remove all the paint and start over on it. Whereas with a flat black, you can sand down that area and touch it up, and it's invisible.
That's one of those things that makes sense once you say it, but I hadn't thought of it.
Yeah, I didn't think of it either, but I was reading an article on someone who did that, and I tested it, and by golly, it works great. That's my tip for the day.
Well, I've got another screen share here. This is someone who I haven't seen too often, Antonio Tate. He is showing off his cyborg figure here.
Yes,
now, the thing about this paint job that I like the most is look at the musculature of this and the variation to define the musculature of this, even on the cyborg side too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that you say that my favorite part of this model, and then you zoom in on the crotch.
Yeah.
Only you, Jay. Only you.
That's a beautiful model, though. I like that a lot.
Only you. There's another view of it over here with probably a sister in the background on her cell phone. But this is the picture that really defines its scale.
That's
nice.
His
hand is in it, and of course the paint that he's put on it. Boy, you know what? Isn't this place cool?
Yeah, that's someone who knows how to how to airbrush and such, because most people would paint it blue. And he's used various colors of blue so that you've got the shading and the musculature showing up and everything, and I just love it when people do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're gone again.
And what's that?
Oh, there you are. You're back.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to screen share again. And this is a share of a friend's visit to a place in Germany.
I've heard of that.
Germany?
This is an HO scale railroad setup, and I can't remember the name of it. I think he says...
That's not the airport that they have over there.
He has pictures of the airport, though.
I think that's the world model. I think they've got a different city in every room.
Yes, and I don't know what city this is, not to say that it matters because the work here is...
In Hamburg.
This is in Hamburg, yes. If I were to ever go to Europe, this is the place I would want to see.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
It's beside the red light district.
I think there is a shot of the airport. I love the amusement park.
Sorry, state player flashbacks. You're giving me the PTSD from the state fair. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Isn't that just extraordinary work? HO scale, these people are actually... Now, let me go back to the other one.
Oh, look, they didn't finish the back of the mountains.
The people here are, I would think, not even about a quarter, 3/4, not to say 3/4, 3/8 of an inch tall.
Wow.
So that's what HO scale would be if it's like 3 millimeters per foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a control room. That looks like
That's
NASA's
really
control
realistic.
room. That either looks like NASA's control room or a electronics discount store.
How did they find all those TV monitors in scale?
That's right. And I don't think that's real water. I do think it's simulated.
Yeah, I think that is, yeah. But they have got canals and stuff with actual boats on that to drive around.
Right. And my understanding, too, they even have little cameras on cars that move about, or even on trains.
If you look carefully, you'll find that there is also a... one of them has a prostitute's house with people making out in it.
Yes, there's also a murder scene. There's also a murder scene at a creek bed.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on in it. It's incredible. It is.
Isn't the Legion of Doom's headquarters there?
Yeah. No, it's not in a swamp. So.
And here is one of the buildings being constructed. Nice. It's all nice. And you know what's so interesting about this build here is they got each individual story being built.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they do a facade. It's actually they do the interiors too.
That's nice.
Now, do you imagine they're using laser cutters to make all those floor plans?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they're using everything. They're using the latest stuff to do it all. It started off as a smaller model. I think it was just only started off in one room.
Uh-huh.
And it just became one of the most popular things, and they just expanded it, and it's just got out of control now.
So this
here's the airport. There's the airport.
Yeah. This is the exact reason I do not get into scale railroad, HO modeling or anything, because it takes over your life.
Yeah.
It takes over your house.
That's
I've already
all
got
all your
things taking over my
all,
life.
all your free space.
No, not like starships. No.
No.
But that share was from Buddha Punk. That share was from Buddha Punk. He's always sharing some phenomenal scratch builds, usually at HO. He was building a chemical factory too that's a HO scale too. So yeah, he's into that. And you're right. It would be something that would be consuming your home and your life if you were to do HO scale. And here we have proof of it. You have to sell tickets to indulge in your drug. Isn't that terrible?
Well, I know Rod Stewart has a massive scale model railroad in his attic.
I know a few people who have HO scale layouts in attics. It's kind of creepy if you think about it.
I mean, Rod Stewart can afford it, man, because you know, that's his passion. He loves model railroads.
Mm.
You know, it's kind of fun when you learn about how musicians and actors and such have other hobbies that they're very into, like what's his name, Slash from
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, from Guns N' Roses is a major fan of resin kits, especially dinosaur resin kits, and he builds tons of them. You know, and just
speaking of resin, I wanted to screen share something, but it is about resin, and it is something that Wild House Models is doing. It's called the Hostile Realms Pipework for Model Kits, and he has a who?
Indiegogo.
What am I thinking of? Indiegogo. Indiegogo going on to help fund his pipework that he wants to start producing for scratch building modelers.
Yeah,
and this is
I think that's
campaign. What's that?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, but I don't scratch build. What would you use it for?
Well, if you don't scratch build, you don't need to worry about it. But if you know,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
But if you do, I mean, those parts, yeah, you know, I could make all those parts, but they would take some significant time. And if I already had them,
and it's the little joints and everything, the detail on the joins. You can make straight runs of pipe. You could even put the bends in them, but making those little joints.
They would be great for detailing that Hasbro Millennium Falcon.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that makes sense to me.
And he's not trying to raise thousands of dollars. I think they're trying to raise 700. Which,
oh, really?
Which should not be difficult, you know. And as soon as I get another check, I'm definitely going to be sending him some money for it because I want some of those.
Did you see that they released the Jack? Did you see the release of the medical scanner set?
Not yet. This is I got the what do you call it? The stasis pod here.
Right.
And these are the pipes that he's trying to produce. Very similar.
Yeah, those are nice.
But they had some of the first renders of the medical scanner that goes with that, with the big screen.
Yeah, that would be something. I would make it pretty sludgy just the way I did this. Make it really dirty. In fact, this thing is so bad that I gave it an oil leak.
Yeah, I like that. I think that adds to it. I love dirty technology. That's one of the main differences between Star Trek and Star Wars. Star Trek, everything is usually very pristine and clean. Star Wars, things look used.
They look used and well done.
And then Galactica, they look abused.
Yeah, and at Galactica, they look abused. That's exactly true. And I think it's like when I built my my proton pack. I've seen so many people build proton packs, and they always paint them nice and super pristine. And I dirtied the hell out of mine. I wanted it to look like it had been being used for a year or two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it had slime stains on it. It had the paint scratched off, and you could see the aluminum underneath, which was aluminum paint, but still.
And you should stick a little bit of marshmallow on it.
Well, he had put up some pictures. Neil put up some pictures of the stasis pod. Built and painted very differently from me, but it is the same dirtiness that I was working towards.
Yeah.
It looks like his is like the original model was, or the unit was painted and then the paint had chipped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a figure of. I don't. I'd like to get a figure.
Yeah, because
And this is this interpretation.
if you go into a universe where they have that kind of thing and it's like inside of a spacecraft that's an old spacecraft, but the equipment still works, it's going to get dirtied up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, I'm not even on me. There we go. Sorry. And he's just recently produced the figures for it.
That's the medical.
This is looks like the medical guy.
Yeah.
Either that or it's the Pope giving a blessing.
Jack, that stasis pod is either open or closed, right? It's not halfway.
It can be open.
No, but I mean, you either build it open or
You
closed.
can have it either way.
But can you motorize it?
No, it's not engineered correctly for that.
I mean, I'm sorry, not motorized. Can you pose it? Is it movable?
Yes. Yes. Yes, but the problem is, let me go up to the joint. Oops, no, that's not it. This arm here, this does pivot, and it's on both sides. But when you rotate it down, you have to flip this bottom out to get it clipped under here. I would say if this was in reality, this arm would extend. It would have to extend for it to rotate down and then retract back.
Gotcha.
On his kit, it doesn't do as smooth, but you can pose it. Yes.
Okay.
That's a nice.
So you can't motorize it. It won't work if you motorized it, but it is posable.
Okay. I just think you lose a lot of detail if you can't see inside there.
That's not entirely so. If you were to, let's see if my camera's going to come back again. I've been lucky so far. Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I dirtied it up. Okay, it's focusing, but you can't see inside.
Yeah. Plus, it lights up, though, doesn't it?
I do have the electronics in here, but I don't have a means to light it. And I kind of need to talk to Neil about that.
Yeah, because it looks like the inside is frosted a bit, at least around the edges, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
Now,
It's not chill.
Hold that up, Liam.
Sorry?
Right there, he has got a blue and a green hose going into two rigid pipes, I would think.
Yeah.
I had a problem with that, and on mine, I shortened one. There it is. I shortened one and made the other one longer.
Right. I know the pipes themselves on this one are both the SIG, not the flexible hose, but yours seem to be different lengths, or is that my?
Mine's are different lengths because I cut one short because I had trouble putting it in because it goes up against other parts on this.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd just shorten it just so I get some clearance.
You don't have the lighting board then?
I do.
Oh, you do? Sorry. Okay.
I do. It's wired up. I just don't have a way to power it.
Just any standard USB charger that you would use for charging an Android phone?
Nope.
Into your USB on your computer.
Two of them. Phil sent me one, and it doesn't fit.
It's a standard. That's the connector. I don't know if everyone.
But that was the weird thing. Cause that's not a standard USB. That's
standard.
That's a small standard.
Yeah, it's an Android phone. An Android phone charge connection is micro USB. That's
You're right, Phil. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Yeah. Okay, Jack, I'll send you the right cable.
If you have a card reader, an SD card reader, it'll probably have that connector on. Or it's normally used for computer from large USB to small USB for charging cameras or that type of thing. So
Yeah, my camera has
they are
one.
available. Yeah.
Jack, I have tens and tens and tens of that type of cable because it's been superseded. I will send you one.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I got one with the sound card for the robot came with one of those.
Because it's magnetically. Okay, hold that up again.
You get one of those adapters, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. And what's the other side look like? Oh, okay.
Looks like a standard USB connector on the other side.
Nice, yeah. And he also has a activator because it's magnetically switchable. And here's his card. The way I know it's magnetic, here's a piece of metal, and it's right on there. So yeah, this is the medical card to activate it, because there is a magnetic switch inside the kit, or it's part of the electronics kit. And I really like it because really the different components, the lights and the magnetic switch, all are wired and plugged into the circuit board itself. But it gets really tricky when you're trying to do that and do the final assembly of the kit. It's very tricky, but it can be done. I figured it out. The instructions that he has don't work for me. So, because the wires, the leads he gave were too short to do the way the instructions say. So basically, I put in one half of the unit into the base, plugged it in, and then slid the other half together, and it seemed to work very well that way.
Oh, he's awake.
Oh, hi, Heath. Good morning.
It is alive.
We were about to leave here and leave you dangling there. Oh, sorry, Heath. Why don't you go to bed? It's late.
Wakey,
I might have
wakey.
to. I might have to.
Well, before you go, I just want to screen share something with you. And here it is. Do we see it?
No.
No.
Okay.
You opened the camera.
I did.
You wanted to open up your screen share, though, didn't you?
I have it up, Jack.
Oh, jeez.
I was worried that you had a heart attack or something.
Get some sleep.
Yes, get some sleep.
Yeah, take it easy, buddy. You've had a
All
long
right. Okay, guys.
Good night.
Okay.
Be well. We're about to finish it up anyway. You have a good night.
I will.
Good night, Heath.
Okay, I'm trying to save this picture. This is a gem. He's a sweet, dear old man. He is. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for joining us, and we're all parts of the world. Carwin is from Wales. Thank you, Carwin, for stopping by. And sorry, I don't know. Good thing that you tried messaging me, and what you did was you opened the Hangout, so I hear it. I don't necessarily see somebody asking, but
I don't know how many other people are having the same problem, but I just couldn't get into the Hangout. There was nothing. There was no join the Hangout button.
No, because it's a broadcast. You have to be invited in.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
That's
It was just impossible. So I was like,
Right,
okay,
I'll
just ring the bell.
Right. It's not a private one that you would be able to see. But yeah, ring the bell, and I will definitely get you guys in. Thank you for stopping by, and hope you're doing better and modeling again, because I find joy in it.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, it's something to get back into now. So trying to get everything back to normal. So it's.
It will. It will.
Good.
You'll have. It's called a new normal.
Yeah.
And James, thank you for stopping by too. You're from Ontario, and It's been a joy having you. And also hailing from Michigan, that would be the Mad Genius.
Dr. Von Crypt.
Dr. Von Crypt. And, of course, Heath was from Australia. What state is he from?
South Australia.
Yeah, South Australia. Okay. And, of course, we have Liam falling asleep in Northern Ireland. Yeah, I had you on camera when you did that. And, of course, North Carolina. Lou, thank you for joining us.
Hello.
And Phil, thank you for joining us formerly from where?
New York.
No, formerly you're from
Formerly
South
from
Wales.
Australia. Yeah, I'm from Melbourne. Yeah.
Melbourne, New South Wales, right? And I'm from
Victoria.
And I'm from PA, Pennsylvania. So thank you all for joining us. It was a great show. I really liked it. Hope you liked it too.
Lou,
have a good day. Thanks. Join us tomorrow.
Lou, I need to talk to you after the broadcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that was cut on broadcast.
We're still live. Hush.
It's still loud.
Let me finish up here. Thank you all for joining us, and happy modeling.